Hello everyone, hello everyone, hello everyone, hello everyone. We are back, we are back, we are back.
My views on this
We
one is
are
like I
back.
wish if this can happen each and every after 3 years or monthly.
Or monthly. Hello everyone, welcome back to the show. My name is George Vumbi, and I'm your host for today. So much has been going on. Yay, 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 yay. Hey man, I don't understand. Nowadays, Uganda has come to a position whereby if like you go offline for like 2 minutes, you may find that Uganda has shifted to like another country because so much is going on. Every day there's something new. Every hour there's something new. They're trying to distract us. I don't know if they're distracting us. I don't even know who they are. Hey. But anyway, welcome back to the show. I hope you're all doing well. First and foremost, happy Women's Day to all those who celebrate. We appreciate you very much. And may you collect all the blessings that you can find. Away from that, recently I was thinking about the concept of friendship. The concept of friendship is one that is one of our daily, like it's something that you can't escape in life, except maybe when you are a loner. I mean, even loners have that one person that they can confide in, or they associate with, and they can relate to, or that person can relate to them. So recently I've been thinking, and especially now that I'm in my young adult phase of life, transitioning from that stage where you do young people stuff to young adult stuff and more adult stuff, especially if you have like responsibility. So things like children, things like having family to take care of, work stuff, furthering education, these general concepts of life that tend to be done by adults or have to be done by adults. And it has kind of made me look at the friendship, the friendship and the friendships that I have with people, and how this adulting thing is most of the time it is used to justify how friendships may or may not work out. So, for example, every one of us has had those friends or people that we call friends from the time that they were, let's say, kids. Yeah, from the time in, let's say, primary school, high school, there's friends you've gotten in your life from high school, there's friends that you've gotten in your life from uni, there's friends that you've gotten in your life from your workspaces, and all these are actually friends. But most of the time, you tend to notice that the people that are closest to you tend to come from the earlier time in your life. So either when you are a child in primary school, or when you are somehow grown in secondary school or uni. And some people they manage to keep these friendships from the time the friendship was cultivated up until now, I should say. Some people, uh, they don't keep the friendships. Some friendships tend to end at a certain time or to not work out. It's not work out, but okay, yes, not working out, but they reach a completion stage, I should say. So what happens when you meet all these people and they become close in your life, they become important in your life, and you reach a certain point and they are no longer that close? they perhaps life has, like I said, adulting, life has brought you or has put both of you in different spaces that these spaces don't no longer encourage cultivation of the friendship. What I say to that is a friendship, just like relationships, is an effort. So I believe many times people tend to not care for platonic relationships as much as they do romantic relationships, and usually it ends in tears, or it doesn't end well. So that can be through things like not showing up for your friends' events, or not helping where they need your help. I mean, that help thing is a bit, it's a bit muddy, because like sometimes there are people who ask for help and then they become codependent, and then also there's people who just, like, for them, like, the friendship is always like, they call it what, one person is always the giver, the other is always the taker. And I find that there's, most of the time, the people in those relationships, those friendships rather, the givers usually try to make the friendship work so much more than the takers. And the givers tend to reach a breaking point, and they're like, "Now, me, I'm done with this. I'm done with this whole thing of being the one that gives the one that initiates the plans, the one that suggests something, the one that calls you first, the one that texts you first." Such things, they break the other person down, and they feel like they are putting in more effort than the second party. It is draining to be the one having to initiate, to make plans, reach out first. So in a way, they are justified when they say they are done with the relationship, and they wouldn't want to, pardon me if I say relationship, friendship. They are done with the friendship, and they don't want to move on because they feel like they are giving so much and the other person is taking. They also want to be given. So friendships usually that are of that dynamic don't last long, and it is sad, but it is the bitter truth. What I am going to say about that is that, so far what I've realized is that there are, as much as friendships are important, and more especially close friendships, like people you can ride or die for no matter the weather, they are important. I believe it is also important to understand and to accept that some people may be in your life for a period of time, and that is okay. A friendship that doesn't end in a fight, or that doesn't end uh, at loggerheads, or when all of you are bitter with each other, it can just be okay. I mean, this person, for example, friends that you made during high school, friends that you made in primary, most of them, if you didn't keep up the friendship, especially, I realized that for people who have kept the friendships through like primary or high school, their parents tend to help cultivate those relationships, because your parents realize that, this is my child's friend from school, let me welcome them. Of course, the parent must also be a welcoming person for them to accept that. If they are not, then that won't happen. So the more your parents keep you in touch, they ask you about your friend, they find out what's happening with your friend. Hey, I saw your friend here, something like that. They help to cultivate those relationships and keep them, those friendships, and keep them for a significant period of time. For those where the parents don't really care and it is just the child's effort or the person's effort, it is still upon you to cultivate how far and how deep the friendship goes. If it doesn't, then I mean, it could be because you weren't interested in furthering the connection of that friendship, which is also okay. It could be because uh, the second party wasn't interested. It could be because life pulled you apart in different directions. Yeah. And now this life thing pulling you apart is actually more evident at the with the friends that you make through uni, for example. If you go to campus together and you study in the same class, you sit next to each other, you are going to be close for a time while in campus. Get out of campus, everyone is looking for a job, everyone is trying to do something, and that might just, push everyone in a different direction. Someone may get a job out of town or out of your neighborhood, someone may leave the country, someone may, you know, um, just find another line of work in which they aren't relating anymore to what brought you people together, let's say in uni. Some other people just have other responsibilities to take care of that might be too tasking that they don't have time to handle or spend time with friends. And these are all the realities of life. My point here is that if the friendship doesn't end when let's say you fought or they did something bad to you, and if there was no problem at the point of the relationship ending, let's say the relationship was just the friendship was just dissolved. Let's say the friendship was just dissolved by you growing apart. And also, I should say, growing apart is I think the biggest reason why friendships what tend to end, because you find that, let's say, someone is in a different line of work, or someone is let's say everyone has different reasons. They can say someone is in a relationship and they don't want to be friends with people who are single. So you, who is the single friend, they just, where the danger is. They just pull you to the backside. So if someone has different struggles and you can't relate to their struggles, they might not keep you as a friend. The circles in which we all are, the spaces in which we are. For example, if someone is in the entertainment space and someone is in the corporate space, someone is in the health space, all these people could be having different things going on that might, where like finding that the common denominator bringing them together is no longer available. So they have to release. And I'm here to encourage you and to tell you that friendships that don't end in problems, it is okay to release and let them go. But even those that end in problems, let's say you fought for whatever reason, or they did something bad to you, or something bad happened, they are those ones definitely I'm not going to take. You can release them. You can later on decide to forgive the person and be friends with them, but it is all upon you. Friendship is an effort. I need to emphasize this, that as I think we all as a collective should make much more, we should make effort, and you should it should be a little more than it is currently, to cultivate these friendships, especially platonic friendships or platonic relationships. These friendships, I believe, they help us build a sense of community, and in the long run, it will be a good thing for the general collective. Yes. So if the friendship ends, well and good. Really, don't. I'm not going to tell you don't, but just let it go, man. It's not that deep, man. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. It could be one-sided, and you're here stressing yourself for nothing. Away from that, this time of the year, the Muslims and the Catholics are both in their fasting periods. So, Alhamdulillah, yes, we are praying through Allah and we are praying through God all at the same time, especially for the heat. It's crazy. There are people who are suffering. I think they call it a heat stroke, where you get sickness suffering from heat. Hey man, those are very imminent nowadays, man. The heat is finishing us all. But good news, the weather forecast says there is an increased chance of rain in the coming month. So let us be hopeful. Otherwise, back to the fasting period. For people who are fasting, and especially religious fasting, as it is now that the Muslims are fasting and the Catholics are fasting, what is your reason for fasting? I am a Catholic, so religion teaches us that fasting is a way of trying to return to God, leaving your uncouth ways and returning to God, so that He can have grace for you and He can give you what you want, answer your prayers, things like those. For the Muslims, I would like to believe it is a similar philosophy, so that God answers your prayers and blesses you with whatever. So what are your reasons for fasting? You could let me know down in the comments. Away from that, there are health benefits to fasting. So first of all, you can't fast if you have if you're like a pregnant woman, or if you have ulcers, or if you're on medication for something. They're released. You don't have to fast. But for all those able-bodied adults, and you are trying to achieve something in your life, there is a part in the Bible that says, I think that part, Jesus was casting out demons, and he said, these ones can only go through, they can only be sent away through prayer and fasting. Some of you guys, they are suffering with your demons. You know what it is that you're suffering with. You don't have to say it, but deep within your soul, you're fighting something. If you haven't tried fasting, I think this is an appropriate time. You can try something, and you don't have to fast the whole day. I mean, you can fast what you can, and your Father above, who provides for you, he will see your effort in trying to fast, and he will bless your efforts. So you can do a half day fast, you can do a full day fast. I mean, even intermittent fasting is a thing. So you can do that. You can try out and see how that goes. Yeah. And also be encouraged that there's health benefits to fasting if you are not unhealthy. What I mean by unhealthy is sick, if you're not like suffering from anything. And surprise your body, man. Surprise your body. It will have good effects. It will have good effects on your body if you give it something. Recently, I've been seeing a lot of there was a hashtag. There's a hashtag on the timeline that I enjoy watching or seeing. It's a hashtag women in male dominated fields or male spaces. And every time I see something like that, it's usually something diabolical, like maybe the woman is over cheating or or just doing something that's ordinarily men do and like they can get away with it. Yeah. Anyway, this as a user of public transport, this past few weeks and month, I've been seeing a lot of women conductors, and what it is it is really interesting. It is really interesting to watch because like the job description is shouting at the top of your voice almost the whole day, banging doors left and right, pulling doors left and right. So yeah, I mean, it is rough. You have to be like squeezing yourself in seats. You can't. You okay? Like, hey man, it is the nature of the job is just being physically uncomfortable. I mean, sitting in windows. Hey, but this past month, I've been seeing a lot of them. If you use bypass, northern bypass, the people from Cherka to uh along the northern bypass generally. Hey man, it's always interesting, man. It is always interesting, but I love to see it really. Um, um, I don't know. I don't know if I encourage it. That when I feel biased, I can't say I encourage it, but it is it is interesting to me to watch that. I guess, man, Kampala is for business, so you should be willing to take on anything. Otherwise, you'll be left behind. You'll be left. Guys can leave you. Yeah. Also, the copyright law in Uganda. I talked about copyright in my recent episode. The copyright law in Uganda was reenacted, or it was redrawn, or it was improved. They are doing something around it, and they're trying to improve the way people's intellectual property is being used and being handled. And that is a good effort. It is a good effort for all Ugandan creators. But I'm waiting to see the implementation. Because in this country, so many policies are drawn up, beautiful, beautiful policies. But when it comes to the implementation, that is when you start to see people, doing this and that, finding loopholes in this and that, escaping, evading. Hey, man, it's a bit uncouth. But I am hoping that our artists, and I mean artists of all caliber, will get. First of all, they will get what they deserve for the work that they produce, and their work will be recognized and not, you know, taken for idiot and used for granted. Last but not least, in the this is even funny. I was recently introduced to Senga Acid and her content. Hey, bro, guys, I am enjoying being off socials for a minute because man, like you can just find you've been outed there. Your whole business has been put out there, your dirty laundry. Hey guys, so there is this person on Ugandan Snapchat called Senga Acid. Hey. She usually does how are they called, like, okay, not like Q&A, those posts where someone asks questions or someone posts something and then like she posts it on Snap. I think they're called send it or something. Anyway, so a lot of people how I think her target market is like Gazala and Twitter, those guys, but like the elites usually find their dirty laundry, there. So her content is around, it's mostly sexual. Yeah, that one I won't lie. But like it's mostly about airing people out. So are you sleeping with two people? Do you have diseases? Guys, all I can say is Kampala is small and someone knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows you, who knows Senga Acid. So guys, as you're moving around in your shenanigans, bro, they might expose you for having, I don't know what, man. They might expose you for being a witch doctor. They might expose you for, hey, guys, it is tough in Uganda. You can't survive. Every day there's something new. And what amazes me is that every day she literally has something new. And the people are always there airing out someone's business. Hey, guys, what is going on? What is going on in our country, man? But I mean, some of her content is justified. I mean, people shouldn't go around spreading diseases. At least that one, like, you should know. You should. By the way, guys, before like you engage, it is healthy to do tests. It's healthy to find out the health status of your whoever you're going to engage with. I mean, there was one time I saw a post on Twitter where some lady was saying before she gets with the person, she gives them a whole STI panel, like a paper with all STIs. So go and get checked, and if you clear this STI panel, then maybe then I can get with you. And I think that was justified. So it is actually a good thing. So guys, before you, man, guys are sick, and guys won't tell you that they are sick. So get tested, find out before you engage with someone. It will be good. Otherwise, that has been the show. Thank you for listening in to Mono Radio. I hope you comment, like, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace.